Greetings to you, the one who yearns to explore the vast world beyond. Have you ever imagined yourself standing amidst eternal ice fields beneath the blinding white sky of Antarctica, a place where life seems impossible? Or dreamed of sitting beside legendary figures of humanity, listening to their stories of space, time, and the future of our species? The journey you're about to embark on isn't just travel, it's a passage beyond boundaries, where emotion, knowledge, and wonder converge. Aboard a special vessel slicing through the icy ocean, we engaged in inspiring conversations with those who have walked on the moon and orbited the Earth. We learned what it means to respect the untouched ecosystem of Antarctica, where even a single foreign seed or microbe could disrupt the fragile balance. And perhaps most astonishing of all, we dove deep beneath the ice in a submarine, where we encountered alien-like sea creatures, glowing strangely, and watched as the color red mysteriously vanished beneath the shifting light. Each chapter of this journey is a piece of awe, a testament to our love for nature and belief in human potential. Join me as we step into a world of untold wonders, inspiring conversations aboard the ship. The ship was more than a vessel, it was a floating hub of intellect, passion, and shared curiosity. As the Antarctic winds howled outside and waves crashed against our hull, inside we were enveloped in warmth, not just from the heaters, but from human connection. Every evening, after a day of icy exploration, we would gather in the lounge, its panoramic windows framing surreal views of drifting icebergs and an endless twilight. It was here that conversations blossomed into deep, soul-stirring exchanges. The topics were vast, but always revolved around one curious place in the universe. Explorers shared tales of survival, of facing the unknown. Astronomers spoke of distant galaxies and the delicate fabric of space-time. Environmentalists urged reflection on humanity's impact on fragile ecosystems. There were tears, laughter, and long silences filled with awe. One unforgettable evening was the special Star Talk Live session, hosted by none other than William Shatner and Scott Kelly. Shatner, at 93, spoke not just as a pop culture icon, but as a man who had seen the real darkness of space. He described his brief venture beyond the Earth's atmosphere with a poetic sorrow, recounting how the blackness of the cosmos humbled him in ways no script ever could. Scott Kelly, with the calm clarity of a seasoned astronaut, spoke of endurance of spending nearly a year aboard the ISS and the strange sense of detachment that came with staring at our blue planet from above. Their words lingered like constellations in our minds. These conversations didn't just inform, they transformed. They made us question our fears, reevaluate our ambitions, and appreciate the sheer miracle of being alive. In that lounge, we were not passengers. We were thinkers, dreamers, and most importantly, listeners. Respect for Antarctica's ecosystem. To enter Antarctica is to step into a sanctuary, a world untouched, unspoiled, and wildly indifferent to human presence. From the moment we embarked, the rules were clear. Respect the continent or don't come at all. Our training began even before the voyage. Every item we packed had to be inspected. No seeds, no dirt, no trace of another biome was allowed. Boots were scrubbed. Velcro was checked for hidden spores. Even our jackets were specifically designed to prevent fiber shedding. It felt extreme at first until we set foot on the ice. The silence was holy. Penguins waddled across the ice with fearless grace, unaware of our reverence. Seals dozed on sunlit floes, their peace undisturbed. The air was so crisp it felt sacred. You couldn't help but whisper. Every footprint we left felt like a violation. To preserve this untouched realm, we adhered to strict conservation practices. No trash was left behind, human waste was collected and removed. We couldn't even sit on the ground or touch the wildlife. A biologist aboard explained why one careless act could introduce a pathogen or shift a delicate balance honed over millennia. This respect wasn't born of obligation, but of overwhelming awe. As we stood among towering ice cliffs and ancient glaciers, we understood Antarctica doesn't need us. We need it to remind us of our place, to humble our ambitions, and to inspire reverence in a world increasingly dulled by noise and haste. Exploring the ocean depths. Beneath the icy crust of Antarctica lies a world few have seen, and even fewer understand. One morning, under a pale sky and drifting snow, a small group of us boarded a submarine unlike any I'd seen before. Its hull was reinforced to withstand unimaginable pressures, and its mission was both scientific and spiritual. As we descended, light filtered through the ice above, casting ghostly patterns in the water. Then, suddenly, darkness. A velvet, all-consuming blackness that pressed against the windows and seemed to swallow sound itself. The temperature dropped, and we fell into silence. One of the first things we noticed was the disappearance of the color red. It wasn't immediate, but as we dropped lower, red objects turned brown, then gray, then vanished entirely. Our guide, a marine physicist, explained that red wavelengths are absorbed quickly in water. Down here, red simply didn't exist. It was unnerving, like watching part of reality dissolve. And then came the creatures. They shimmered with bioluminescence, pulsing with light-like messages in code. Some drifted like alien balloons, translucent and fragile. Others zipped past with startling agility. One had a body like glass and eyes that glowed faint green. They were beautiful, bizarre, and utterly unafraid. Our scientist whispered, "These organisms have never seen sunlight. They exist in a world without time." We observed, breathless, as a gelatinous creature the size of a basketball floated by, trailing iridescent tendrils. Its core flashed rhythmically, almost as if it were trying to communicate. Another time, we passed what looked like a living spiral, rotating gently as it fed on microscopic plankton. No books or documentaries could prepare us for the raw strangeness of this under-ice world. Surfacing was almost painful. Reality felt too sharp. But we carried something back with USA deeper understanding that Earth still holds secrets we've barely begun to uncover. In the coldest, darkest corners, life not only exists, it thrives. And it reminds us of our shared origins, of the resilience coded into every living cell. This wasn't just exploration, it was a pilgrimage. Conclusion: echoes from the end of the world. As our journey drew to a close and the ship turned its bow northward, a quiet melancholy settled over us. Antarctica had left an imprint not just in memory, but in soul. What we had seen, heard, and felt could not be replicated, and perhaps should not be. For that's the nature of true wonder. It resists imitation. We came seeking knowledge, perhaps adventure. But we left with something deeper, an understanding of how fragile beauty can be, how powerful silence is, and how limitless the human spirit remains when curiosity leads the way. From the glowing abyss beneath the ice to the starlit discussions echoing through the ship's lounge, every moment was a call to awaken. I offer my deepest gratitude to Future of Space for opening this door to the unknown. To the incredible minds and brave hearts I had the honor of traveling with Shatner, Kelly, and the many unsung experts whose words changed me. To nature itself for allowing us a glimpse into its most sacred sanctuary. And to you, dear reader, I say this: stay curious, stay humble, ask questions even when the answers are uncertain, protect what is fragile, celebrate what is unknown, and whenever possible, journey not just to distant lands, but deep within yourself. Because out there among the icebergs, stars, and ocean depths is not just the world, it's us waiting to be rediscovered.